So we just finished Wednesday, and now we wanna see if we could see what Thursday potentially could do, right? So that will be Wednesday the 22nd. That was done, and as you can see, Tuesday swept Monday's low, closed back inside, and we had C3 here. So potentially Thursday could be C4, right? So coming into the day, I had a bullish bias because of what I just explained. Again, basic stuff, high, low, midpoint. Um, when you look at ES, ES kind of has the same thing too. C4 could go high. And when you look at YM could potentially do the same thing, but we have this SMT here with YM. So let's look at the 1 hour time from now, since we already have the stage set for a potential bullish bias. Now remember this. Remember that above midpoint, bullish, below midpoint, bearish, right? So let's see. So I'm gonna fast forward this to 9 o'clock. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, one thing that you have to just see off the bat now is that your bullish bias was invalidated. Um, we lost the midpoint, we lost the previous day low, we're trending lower, right? So I wouldn't have a bullish bias here to take it back up. Um, we did have a nice play here. You see that 5 swept 4, C3 6 a.m. 1 hour candle did actually nothing, but then C4 took it down. So that would be a good play if you trade London. So what I did here is that you remember how I say that I get my bias from C2 closures like here, potentially C3, C4, but I also do continuations, right? Like when a previous candle's high, which is in this case here, closes above the prior day, we could potentially go higher. So a continuation. So same concept here. 9 o'clock, close below 8 o'clock's low, so we can potentially have 10 o'clock to go lower. Okay. We have no C2 closures. We had them here, but then this is C3, this is C4, so it's already done. We don't have any closures there. If you look at the 4 hour, we had a C2 closure here. This was C3, this was C4. Now this is it's just basically a continuation, right? Because I never do C5. So I wanted to see if 10 o'clock can go lower. So we do basically the same thing as we do on the daily. We just put the midpoint there. And we would like price to respect that area. Now, I always have to keep in mind this gap too, because price is very extended to the downside. It can go here and then go lower. So you have to keep that in mind. So I'm gonna mark that 1 hour for value up there. Essentially, I would like price to do that and that. All right. We have this clear low here to the left. I don't know if you saw it right here as liquidity. We'll see if we can get there. I think everybody agrees with me that now the bullish bias is invalidated. We're below now. So then I go into the 5 minute. And you want to look at the other indices as well. So you want to look at ES. Let's see what it's doing. You notice that ES is doing the same thing. And then YM is doing the same thing. So they're all in line. I'll be a little bit concerned if ES is above the previous day midpoint and we're below, then I wouldn't be so comfortable with this short. But we go to the 5 minute time frame now. Let me bring my 5 minute, my 1 hour, 4 hour candles here. Let's see here. Remember, this is a 1 hour fair value gap, right? So what essentially we want 10 o'clock to do is 10 o'clock open high, then go low, change the state of delivery, and we can see if we can get in a short position. So now 10 o'clock went up. Let's see if it changes the state of delivery. This is not a change in state of delivery. This down close candle didn't go below the up close candle, so I wait. And then here you have something right there. So in this, it's about I think 10:10. You can actually enter a position here, right? You have a high here, you have a swing high here, you have another here, and another here. I don't let price go back into it anymore since price didn't really expand that much out of there. So usually with price expand this like this, then I want to let it go back because I don't want to get a bad feel to go take it lower. But let's mark the change instead of delivery here, which is there. Um, I'll put it in red and so there. Enter your position short here. Your stop needs to go above this high here, right there, or even this high here, but I'll do it at this high there. And then you could just shoot for 2R. Now I remember this trade. This trade was kind of a headache because it was just consolidating there for a while. If you get nervous, you cut the trade. If you get nervous, that's why you have to, once your analysis is done, you have to submit to it, whatever it is, whatever the outcome is, right? You have all these steps that you took to formulate this play, so you know that you have some potential statistics and on your favor, so you just gotta submit to it. Okay, so that would be 2R, and then here we go. Let's fast forward this. So this is what I mean by price was just consolidating there, like, and then now we have some decision here. Around 10:30, that price is gonna go lower. Then price gets back up again. So we're here for 40 minutes without doing absolutely nothing. And then again, and then we'll see if we can start going lower. So now we expanded to the downside, right? So now, because we shifted one more time here to the downside over here, I can now bring my stop loss at break even. Okay. Remember, this is my 2R here. Now we have a new candle opening, which was the 11 o'clock candle. So now what we have to do is we gotta watch the midpoint of 10 o'clock, right? Which is this mid portion right here, where this dotted line is at. You want price to respect that area. You don't want, remember, we're already at break even, okay? Because we shifted one more time, and then price goes lower and it gives you your 2R. But it was a headache here. But this setup was, I took this trade, by the way, you can see it on my executions. This setup here was a continuation of the hourly, right? So same thing I do on the daily chart, I do continuations, bearish continuations, bullish continuations. I apply the same concept here. And you could take your 2R here and you're done. Now, if you were waiting for the 11 o'clock candle to see if it has another continuation to go high and go low, I think here we had already met our target. Previous week low was taken, if I'm not mistaken. But if you want to, once you reach a target, um, then it becomes less probable because I think we already gotten previous week low here. So for example, here, look, 11 o'clock, if you're looking for another continuation, went up and then went low and even did something good here that I like to see. It went into this 5-minute fair value gap there, and then it changed state of delivery there. I just got two fair value gaps here. It went there and it changed state of delivery. And if you go short here, you put your stop at the high here, and then you want to see if price can extend another, 2R from here. You have to take in consideration how much has price already expanded to the downside. From 9 o'clock to current, price has already expanded 441 handles. Can it go lower? Sure. Is it likely to go lower? Well, it might have a little retracement, especially that we took a major liquidity, which was previous week low, and this happens. Then price just reverses and you would have lost it. But again, the reason why I didn't take something like this is because he had already taken previous week low. And so that was Thursday. Let me know if you have any questions here.